we're going to start our first wall. So I'm going to use my second color. I'm going to pick up 1, 2, and 3 because we're going to be using this bead here as our fourth bead to create the first wall. Stitch through there. Then we got our 3 beads right there. The shapes are a little bit different, but that's fine. And then we're going to stitch through the second bead on our base. Right there, only the one on the base. Okay, right there. Now we're going to pick up our next color, which is going to be our second wall. We're only going to pick up 2. Why? Because we're going to be using these 2 to form our wall. So we're picking up 2, coming out of here, stitch through these 2, 1 and 2, right there. Pull that through. Okay, and now we have our base and 1, 2 walls, but we're going to pull so that they stand up like little walls. And now we're going to stitch through our third one on the base. Now we're going to go with our third color. We're going to pick up 2 because we're going to be using these 2. Stitch through the one on the side of the last wall that you made and the bead on the base. Now we're going to start to arrange them. Okay, so just kind of stand them up a little bit. Can you see it there? Oops. Okay, we have our base right here, our first wall, our second wall back here, and our third wall. So we're going to stitch through the fourth bead on the base, and we're going to stitch up the bead on the first wall. Okay, once I pull this, you're going to see it, it's going to start to turn into a little bit of a cube. You have to hold it in place a little bit. There we go. It looks a little discombobulated. And now we're going to go with our fifth color, and this is going to be our fourth wall. So we have our base, first, second, and third wall. Now we're going to complete our fourth wall by using 1 bead, stitching down the side bead on the last wall created. Stitch down. Okay, stitch through the one on the base that we were working with. So it's this one right here. And up the side wall on the side bead on our first wall. Pull this nice and tight. Stitch through the last bead that you added. Okay, there we go. And now we're going to turn it so that we're looking at the 4 beads at the top. This is what I call the ceiling, or the roof of your room that you created. And we're going to stitch through 1, 2, 3 through all 4 of them. Okay, so just stitch through the pink, the green, the cream, and the blue again.